this is GeroTheHero, and this is my first impression of Handshakers Episode 1. Now, I'm just going to get over with the stuff that I don't like with this show. Essentially, this show is about a main character that, to have his powers, he has to be holding basically a girl that gives him powers, and he's transported to this kind of like, it's still our same world, but kind of shut off from the rest of the world. It's like an alternate dimension in a way. And he has to, essentially for the first episode, fight against another person with that kind of powers. Now, what's weird and what I don't really like about this show is that the CG is kind of weird. It's almost like the background CGI is kind of moving at a different rate than the other characters, so it's kind of like distracting. And then the guy that's like his enemy has a weird power. Basically, the girl that he's with, to activate her power, he has to like basically put her in bondage with the chains that come out of her. And then it's weird because she's having orgasm basically every 5 seconds. It's just a weird power. Like, okay, the girl that he's with doesn't do that. And I don't know if later on she's going to reveal that she has some weird thing like that. And then the regular characters. For some reason, the president of his student council in his school has crazy breast physics and has an enormous rack size compared to every other girl in that show. For comparison, I showed a picture of like all the rest of the students and this girl. And that just was very distracting as well. And then it was really weird that basically the main fight was happening while the credits were rolling. Like, probably the better part of the show is way at the end when the credits are rolling. So it's kind of weird. Now on to the plot. Basically, the main character, Tazuna-kun, basically is a whiz when it comes to mechanical things. He can basically fix anything that's mechanical, and he helps the president basically by fixing her MP3 player. But the bad part about it is he has a habit of helping pretty much anybody, and he doesn't really ask for any reward. I mean, basically he's a good guy, but he gets taken advantage of. When he's going to this appointment to meet this professor that's part of his job, he goes to this area where it's like almost a hospital area. And there's a girl in there, and he grabs her hand, and this is when he gets transported to the alternate dimension and has to start fighting this bad guy, essentially. And what's weird is, like, you know, essentially this guy thinks he's prey because he doesn't know what's going on at all. He has these powers, but he doesn't really know how to use them. And the guy basically wants him to just give up, which doesn't make sense. It's kind of revealed that, like, when you have this person, when you're holding their hand, you get a power from them, and you're able to attack each other. And the bad guy basically feels that he needs to destroy anybody else that has those powers. They go through the fight, and basically, the main character, figures out that his powers are basically based on gears. So it's based on your personality, I would assume. So he's able to use these gears and parts to form basically a shield and deflect all these attacks that he's getting attacked by. And then eventually he's able to figure out how to make a crazy enormous sword and fight back. And it ends with him basically destroying all the chains from the bad guy, and that's how it ends, basically. There's too many things, like I said, that distract you from the episode. I know other people have said that they're fine with it and they kind of overlooked it because of the action and how the CGI looks. For some people, the art style looks great to them. For me, it's just kind of really distracting from trying to watch the episode. And like I said, that one character, the president, just kind of distracting for no reason. I'm probably just going to see how the next episode is, but I'm probably not going to do another review. I'm probably going to just drop this show just because I don't know. It doesn't impress me compared to like a lot of the other action shows that are coming out. But like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and see you next time.